Welcome to Add Light Gallery. This is actually a selection of different things that you can do with the lighting, with the Add Lights, and they come in three different sizes. And first of all, I wanted to start out by talking about the fact that it's rechargeable. There's no batteries involved. So if you're using it for event work, it's a good idea to have everything being recharged overnight so that it could then be used for up to 12 hours. And you can do it over and over again. So it's really a wonderful lighting system. We really want to talk about the different effects that we get with Add Lights. First, I want to talk about that some of these sort of uplighting that's been created inside the boat with those spheres that you can see that sort of spots of lighting there, as well as inside of these cylinders flipped over so that they're pedestals, but how beautiful the lights come through the top, the glass, so that you really actually see the texture of what's on the glass, and it sort of permeates right below. The lighting is very beautiful, as well as here. This one has two layers of Add Lights, one lighting up and one lighting downward, so you can see how beautiful water looks. Actually, water with this lighting actually looks more clear and more, just really very ephemeral look to it. What I want to do is actually start out by adding some colors to this so that you can see how the coloring affects. Let's try red. And for some of you who's looking for violet, perhaps we add blue to that. Because, it's like painting. You don't need every color to be able to create the beautiful possibilities here. Let's do yellow. And of course, I'm just using a couple drops at a time just to see how it mixes. We're going to use blue because that's how you get a green. And then let's go and try just a real light, perhaps pinky tone. Let's stir it and see what we get. Look how beautiful that is. You can see that the colors mixing is not really cool. It's kind of like lava lamps. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, that looks a little muddy, doesn't it? Not so good. But you can see that you get different colors, and you're going to have to experiment with it a little bit so that you can see how transparent it becomes. I think I put too many colors in there. But this one and that one, you can see how it works, how beautiful that is. Beautiful, contrasting, complementary colors. So this is the error. These are the correct proportion. Okay, and then, we forgot to turn on the light. Oh, we did turn on the light on that one. So this one here is actually water cubes that's sort of in the making. So it's not quite done yet, but you can see the effect of the light through that water cube that's still being developed. But you can see how the light actually hits a lot of the reflective surfaces of the gel. And you can see, when you look down into this, it's really actually quite fabulous. So this down below could be fantastic because you can see the spots directly through the color. It's very, very beautiful. And then these are water pearls. And look how beautiful that is, how the water or the lighting sort of diffuses through. So you get the least amount of light, of course, here, but how intense it is. And again, the beauty of gels, whether it's cube or pearls, is that it's the surfaces that are reflective. So it's really a good idea, actually, when you use a lighting, to use the gel without too much water in it because you get a lot more surface out of it, where this one is full of water, so you're going to get some reflective value, but mostly through the color, where this, you're getting the surface reflectiveness. That's what makes it really fantastic. And then we have actually a trumpet vase. And the beauty of this setup is that we have some spheres here, as well as the stones or the actual glass, so that you're getting a little bit of reflection there, but also a little bit of glass here, so you get some light. And then what you get actually, especially when you're sitting at the table and you're looking up into the vase, you're seeing light reflecting off of the silver ball, so that you have the arrangement perhaps, but from underneath you get this beautiful shine that you're looking up to. And this is a bigger example of what that can be. A little bit more of a design, but very simple, using the spheres as a vehicle to design into. It's a grid, so when you fill the top of this trumpet vase with a ball, it gives you just ability to insert. And how beautiful it is to use hydrangeas with this clean silver ball, because it's really a contrast of softness to hardness, shine to dull, and gardeny to kind of industrial. And how simple it is to just add a couple of contrasting pieces of anthurium for surfaces again. So this is a little bit similar to this, but interfaced between with the hydrangea. And then long stripped challah so that it just drapes down. Just clean and simple. But the fact is, this is the grid. And again, when you're sitting under this at the table, you're going to see the reflectiveness of the light up into the silver. It's just a beautiful effect, because this is one of those designs that could look great from the top, but it gives you a whole different point of view from below with the lighting. This is one of my absolute favorite. As simple as this design is, sort of the organic shape, sort of biomorphic shape of this vase makes it possible to do that feel, and it looks very elegant. But when we light it up, that's when it's just dynamite. Look at that. You know, if it had more flowers, it would be almost too much, because light is the element here, not necessarily the flowers. Flowers are complementing element. It's really the light and its play with that accessory, the sort of the stones, the rounded stones. It's really, this is the main composition, and the stem, and flower is just the extra touch. So in a composition like this, it's so much better if you don't use too much flower, so that you see the value of light as an element. In this particular one, this is fun. There we go. And what we've done is actually the sphere with a wire around it, weighted down with a stone, and then I actually added upside down the stem of Cymbidium orchid, but I actually added some of those glass chunks with wire wrapped around it, so to sort of weigh it down as I'm putting it down that carnival vase. And what I'm going to do, I think this is so fabulous, because through that flat base, which, by the way, is exactly repetition of the squareness of the ad light, this really sets off, the lighting is actually coming right through that glass and getting great visual value there. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another one of these and just place it so that there's flower on the inside as well as flower on the outside. So that you have this, that, and then there's flowers on the inside, and it kind of gives you that visual. And so that's just a very simple vase, very quick to put together, but worth a lot of value. There's good visual value in this. Just want to use that there. Okay. And then last but not the least, these little tippy vase, which is really fantastic. It shows off this collection so beautifully. I want to show you the difference between the light effect onto that crushed glass versus that smooth, rounded glass, and this is what you get. You can see the contrast between one and the other, and how fabulous it is. And how simple is that to get that beautiful light effect in party work? You know, in party work, it's all about lighting. The flattering lighting as you sit at the table, or on the buffet with the food. And lighting is really a very essential part of design today. And not everybody can afford the overhead lighting, which is very expensive. With this, it's a portable lighting that you can design with. And so that becomes a very wonderful tool for us as party and event planner.